Hey, what's going on, everybody? Got a bit of a different video for y'all. But first, I'd like to say I apologize for not uploading in like almost 3 weeks now. It's just, life kind of got me busy, and all that, and and I just had a bit of a stressful week this week and last week. It kind of felt like, a few things just kept popping up one after another that just made my life difficult for some reason. It kind of made me feel like I was going crazy and like, what the fuck is even going on? And it kind of all started with my car getting flooded last week. And well, instead of telling you about that story, I'm gonna tell you about another one. Like, this is a bit of a personal story of mine. Happened to me like I think 2 or 3 years ago, like back like at the start of the pandemic and all that. So where do I even begin? Because this story is a bit of a scary one for me, honestly. So if I had a nickel for every time a drunk driver busted through my fence and into my backyard, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a whole lot, but it's really strange that it happened twice, So the first time this had happened, it kind of happened out of nowhere, as obviously you would imagine. I remember it was nighttime, and all of a sudden we just kind of heard this loud crash. Me, my family, my mom, my sister, and I, and it was this like really drunk dude. I mean, obviously, we have this. We live on the corner of a neighborhood. We have a house on a corner of a neighborhood, and all of a sudden, we walk outside and we find this dude trying to back out of our backyard through the fence, this broken fence that he crashed through, and my mom was all on his ass, kind of busted him like, no, sir, you're staying right here. No. And so the guy gets out of his car. He's this black truck SUV looking thing, right? I think it was an SUV, a black SUV. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry." Like, and we were all like, "Yeah, I bet you are really sorry." And so we called the cops on him and all that to get some things sorted. And while that was happening, he tried to bribe us with you're not gonna believe this, he tried to bribe us with $50 to let him go. So there's absolutely ain't no way that was gonna fly. And so my mom and my sister, they run back into the house. I keep an eye on the guy just so he doesn't go anywhere. Asks me his name, asks me my name and all that. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever, just that's what I tell him. I like, whatever, don't come near me and all that, and he just kept on apologizing and all that. It was pretty clear that he was drunk, cause ain't no way you busting through our fence and you ain't drunk, right? And we basically just stood around until the cops came, and they came and arrested him, and it took some time to get our fence patched up, and so that was the first time that had happened. Pretty annoying, honestly, if I could just say so myself and all that. But at least it was just the fence, right? At least there was no real big damage that had occurred, right? I mean, having to get that fence fixed up was just trouble enough. But imagine it happening a second time, and this time like some dude crashes into the corner of your house, right? So, and that's exactly what happened. Like, I think it was a year later, actually. Another dude, yet another drunk driver, comes in with his red car, his red truck, and he bursts through our back fence. But this time, he runs into the corner of our house, and it's like, it's like when he hit us, we felt the whole house shake. It was crazy. you know. So this guy, there ain't no way this guy is getting away. Like, he couldn't even back out. So, you know, we call the cops, and this time, my mom is just fucking livid. All right, like she is crying out the wazoo. Like, it happened twice in a row. The same thing happened like just a year later. You know, it was crazy. Like, what are the chances? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, right? And you know. Like, he not only hit the corner of our house, he hit my mom's like bathroom. And the really annoying thing about that is, like, he kind of pushed the tub of my mom's bathroom into the toilet. So like, we have my mom's bathroom has like her toilet in like a separate like room in the bathroom, like this tiny toilet in this tiny room, and the bathtub is like right next to that. So the bathtub got pushed into that kind of room, that toilet room. Luckily the toilet was all right, but you couldn't get in to use that toilet, you know. And the real bad thing about that bathtub is like, at the time, so we have two bathrooms, one upstairs and one downstairs. Obviously the one downstairs is in my mom's room, and we have one upstairs where me and my sister share one. And the thing is, my mom's bathroom was where we all showered, because the one upstairs was leaking. It had a leaking problem. It would leak into like her bathroom where the pipes were. The pipes would leak into her bathroom, and it would cause like into her closet, and it would get real damp and wet and all that. So we couldn't really use the shower that we had upstairs. Otherwise, you know, it would get real damp in that area. So we all kind of just used her bathroom for showers and shit and all that. So since we couldn't use the showers anymore because the guy had crashed into her bathroom, we had to like go to motels to take a shower. You know, we'd like, you know, well, my mom and my sister would like spend the night at a hotel on the weekends, and I would come in during the morning to take my shower. So that was really annoying. We had put in a request to get like these little pole-looking things, these like short little pole-looking things to like block off, well sort of like block off our backyard, kind of like to barricade our backyard to kind of protect it. It's placed inside the fence, not outside. So we have that in our backyard even to this day. We had to get the fence fixed up yet again also. You know, just really, really freaking annoying, you know. It was crazy because oh man, it happened twice in a row. My mom was in tears, let me tell you. And the real scary part of this is, well, it's not exactly a near-death experience, but like just the day before, right? Just the day before, we were actually in that same spot where he hit us, where he hit my mom's house. We were actually all standing in that one spot with the ladder just the day before, checking on the roof, because the roof in that area, that particular spot too, also like it had some work that needed to be done on it. And if that guy had came crashing through with his red truck on that day, we all would have been dead. Like, for real. He would have crashed into us, and there was no way we would have survived that. So, I mean, I know it's not. I mean, it's not quite the near-death experience or like close encounter that you would expect, but like it's close enough for me, honestly, that I feel like, you know, like had me pretty scared. It kind of had me like spooked for a good while. And you know, I'm not particularly a religious person, but I thank God that that didn't happen on that day, that we all just happened to be outside in that one particular spot, you know, checking on that roof in that area, that particular corner of our house. But like, yeah, you know, and the even weirder thing about it is, like, both of the people who crashed into our house were both Asian. And in fact, the second guy in particular, we had a neighbor who had showed up to check on us, that kind of saw what had happened, and kind of confirmed that the last guy was, well, you know what, I don't want to give away too much, but he confirmed by just his last name that the guy who crashed into our house was Southeast Asian descent, or from one of those countries, you know. But like, you know, it was, you know, that was pretty scary to think about. It was weird, it was crazy. It happened twice, and that both were Asian. So like, you know, it was very weird, very scary coincidence, you know. And that reminds me of like a time where we thought it happened yet again, a third time, because we heard this loud crash, right? But it turns out our house didn't get hit again, or rather our fence didn't get like busted through again like the first two times. No, it turns out the real crash had happened across the street from us, like towards these apartments, right? Like somebody, a drunk driver obviously, had crashed through the metal fence, like kind of swerved into and then out of the fence. No, it was like, yeah, it crashed into and out of the fence. So the whole fence was like kind of bent over, like lying down. And then we saw a truck crash into the tree, and it started to catch on fire. We kind of all walked out there and saw the aftermath of that. That whole part of my neighborhood and some people across from us in those apartments. And you know, it was pretty wild to look at. I'm pretty sure that was a truck that did that. I don't think a car can like do that to like a metal fence, like have it like bent over like that, you know. And you know, I could be misremembering. Maybe those were two separate events, like the fence getting like pushed, like crashed down over there, and the truck in the tree caught on fire. I'm pretty sure that was one event, but that may have been two. I don't know. My memory's a bit foggy on that one. But I'm pretty sure it was one event. I don't think I'm mixing mixing those two things up into one. I'm pretty sure that all happened together. Yeah, there was this truck, and it crashed into the fence, and then into a tree, and then started catching fire. I'm pretty sure it was a truck. I don't think a car can do that could do that. But I could be wrong. My memory is foggy on that one. But like, yeah, it was real crazy to see that aftermath, and we all thought the car was gonna explode, but it didn't. Thankfully, the fire department was out there. You know, it was real noisy and all that, and no, we were just, you know, honestly, me and my family were just glad that our house didn't get hit like a third time. Well, I mean, it couldn't have gotten hit a third time, because again, we had those little poles, like kind of behind our fence, like kind of barricading that whole corner of our house. So, like, at least we weren't worried that our house got hit. We were worried that we had to like get that fence patched back up yet again. But thankfully that didn't happen. And yeah, I mean, like that's just about it, honestly. It's just really crazy to think about. You know, more of the story: don't drink and drive. I mean, that's obvious enough. But like, yeah, that's kind of just what happened. So yeah, anyway, that's the how me and my family almost got game ended by a drunk driver in our own home, no less. That shit happened in broad daylight too, if you can believe that. Well, it was towards the evening actually. That second time with that red truck. But like, yeah, you know, and you know, I hope y'all enjoyed that story. I mean, again, this is just, I decided I would make this video just to let y'all know that I'm still here. I'm still around. It's just life kind of got me busy, and you know, I've been low-key trying to also been like taking a break from fighting games in general. Like, I don't know, I've just been playing other games, and recently got back into Destiny, and that's proven to be a bit of a mistake because, well, you know, it's Destiny. But you know, I still plan on making content for fighting games. For those of y'all who will mainly subscribe for Absolver, I'm still gonna play that game. I haven't quit playing that game. It's just that, you know, I want to play other games, and you know, again, I apologize for not putting out the content that y'all would like to watch. But you know, I mean, if you know me, you know, I kind of have issues with that game, and you know, I just can't play it like I used to anymore, you know. But you know, for those of you who have stuck around, I really appreciate it. You know, I hope you enjoyed the story. I mean, if this is your like first time watching one of my videos, and you know, you like this kind of content, the story times and all that kind of thing, I mean, don't bother subscribing, because I don't know when I'll make another one, if I even have another story to tell. I mean, I might, but I don't know when that'll be. And if you're a long time watcher, if you're mainly just here for the Absolver content, I mean, I appreciate you even more, because you're just sticking around even though you really don't have to. You know, because low-key, I'm not on on the YouTube grind and pushing out content that y'all would like to make. I mean, you have every reason to, you know, not stick around and unsubscribe, but like, you haven't for some reason. So I mean, honestly, I really appreciate that. I do, honestly. Like, thank you, honestly. I'm really grateful. So I mean, honestly, I don't really even know what else to say. I mean, you know, this YouTube thing is really just a hobby for me, and you know, it's kind of hard for me to imagine that I've managed to get any sort of audience at all with just you know, like a few, almost 400 of you, you know. And you know, I'm gonna try to keep up the content, but like as I've said in earlier videos, my life's really starting to get busy now. You know, this week and last week have been kind of stressful, like I said earlier, and honestly, like I'm still kind of busy this week because I have a few more shows that I have to perform and all that. But like, yeah, I'm gonna still try to keep with it. I'm still gonna play some fighting games. Still gonna play Absolver. I haven't quit playing that game. You know, it's just, you know, it's a weird thing. All the fighting games I like playing tend to not be popular. You know, like DNF, Virtua Fighter, Absolver. Even them's fighting hurts. Like, the only popular fighting game I ever play is Guilty Gear Strive, and you know, even then I kind of have issues with that game with the lobbies and all that. I heard that's getting still worked on, but you know, anyway, yeah, just thank you all, and I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.